I'm fine, thank you.
It's so good to see you. I have been a customer of Abbie and Friends a few times. I think that one of the main reasons I feel so great buying from you is because of your service. And you are such a genuine and nice person, and you go out of your way to make sure that we're getting something we like and then the customer is happy.
We find that it's very important to help people around us, especially our fans. I call them fans, I don't call them client, by the way. So to make sure that we are part of their gifting journey.
And you work together with your wife, right?
Yes, both of us.
How is it like working with your wife?
Yeah, it's not easy at all, to be honest.
In what
So,
sense?
so because we have to really draw a line, right? When not to talk about business, especially during dinner time and also during quality times with our kids, right? So we avoid talking about business unless it's something truly candid that you just want to talk about it, right? So if it's something serious, we will just restrict it and make sure it's only working hours.
So you actually
Yeah.
schedule meetings to talk about work, and then house and meals and kids are different category.
Yes, never mix them together.
How do you resolve conflicts? Like even with your colleagues, for example, you may not see eye to eye on certain things, certain decisions, even approaching certain problems, the way you might solve it will differ. So when it
Yeah,
comes to you and your
yeah.
wife, when you work together, when you guys have disagreements or you don't see eye to eye on certain things, then how do you resolve that?
We have some very basic guiding principle, right? We try to put emotional aside and then just write it down on a piece of paper so that we know that it's nothing personal, right? So yeah,
Is it hard or easy to not take things personally when you're working with your spouse?
I think it's really hard because I mean, sometimes even myself, we tend to have some form of expectation, right? Like a spouse, how should you actually talk to each other? Be really nice in the choice of words and then the way that you want to convey the message. So it has always been a learning journey, I call it.
What is the one tool that you always use to remind yourself to not take things personally? Is it you take a deep breath? Is it your tone of voice? What do you do?
Tone of voice is the one that I try to control the most because I tend to show through my voice sometimes when I'm a little bit too excited to get some things done quite quickly, right? Quite eager to get things done, even to vent some frustration. Normally, it's through the tone of voice, right? So whenever I realize that my tone of voice sort of raise or maybe change a little bit the way that I try to elaborate or explain certain situation, and then my wife would probably frown. Then I know that I need to do something about it.
Wow. So you're watching for cues and you adjust accordingly.
Yes.
I mean, you do seem like a very calm, very non reactive person, you know? Are you genuinely very patient and very calm in your relationship?
Yeah, maybe 70% of the time. Yeah. So, but from time to time, I do realize that I might also flare up, especially when some things just doesn't move right. You know, after like 3, 5 discussion, it doesn't move, and then it's going nowhere. So I'll get a little bit frustrated.
How do you let go of frustration?
I would probably take a little bit more time to consider, my wife's view and her opinion. Normally, I'll just call for a break, maybe like a 15 minutes break, and then I'll take some time off with the kids and then just play a game, right? Maybe it can be an Uno game, maybe a short Monopoly game that we will normally have some fun, right? And laugh over it for like 30 minutes or so, and then come back for that particular discussion. I like to take short breaks and then maybe we will have a different perspective and also think more from the other person's point of view and to be in their shoes.
It sounds like an amazingly healthy relationship where you guys are kind towards each other, you guys are considerate towards each other, And you definitely remember that you love each other even when you're feeling frustrated or angry, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes when we argue with somebody, we can completely forget ourselves and say things we might regret. So I think the way that you're handling it is really inspiring, especially working with your wife as well.
I mean, it's no point, winning an argument but losing the person. Yeah. So, I mean, winning the person over is actually winning the entire thing.
Oh my God, I
Yeah.
love that so much. Thank you so much, Chi Leong. Say